Hello, I'm Willem Kimmel. Mike Borzegi and I attended the AeL 4 workshop a year and a half ago, and have been implementing what we learned into the Construction Management Architectural History course. So I had taught this class before a number of years ago, before technology really gave us the opportunities that it presents us with currently. And it seemed like it's a challenging class because of the amount of material that needs to be covered in it. And we decided to apply the flipped classroom mode so that students could take advantage of technology to learn many of the basic concepts and skills that are required to be able to understand architecture, and that we could spend the class time in more discussing and sharing. We take campus walks now and then to actually look at buildings and analyze them on the spot. So a number of videos were made that have been posted to Blackboard that allow students at their own pace to go through and learn about the concepts that they can then bring to class and ask questions about or discuss specific buildings with. The course consists of two main components. There is architecture and there is sustainability. We're in the sustainability pathway, so it's necessary to learn about the concepts of sustainability and how they are reflected in our built environment. The course is also split into two halves. The first half is spent on historical projects and the second half on contemporary projects. And the final projects for the students are the analysis of contemporary buildings, both from an architectural and a sustainability standpoint. They have to produce a paper with illustrations and notes and whatnot. So it's a lot of new things that have to be learned, and Blackboard is primarily our resource center. I have a large number of quiz questions. They take weekly quizzes online, and they are not graded. I am very uncomfortable about using Blackboard for graded assessments, since there's no control over what happens in front of a student's computer somewhere. But I have no problem posting these quizzes weekly to have them practice the kind of questions that they should be able to answer after they have done the readings required for the class and done the projects that are homework exercises. At the moment they're ready for their first exam. I have opened up all the quiz questions on Blackboard, and they can take those practice questions as many times as they wish. But I will give them the exam in class, and part of it is multiple choice, part of it is fill in the blank, where they have to choose specific terms, words from a vocabulary list and complete sentences. And a part of it is essay answers. Typically give them 4 questions and they have to answer 3 of them. So the grading, I think, is too unreliable on Blackboard. I also found that I began giving them the homework papers to hand in PDF format on Blackboard, but I found it very tedious to grade them. You can only open one at a time, and you have to evaluate it completely before you go back to another one. And then if you want to look back at a paper, it's hard to find. It's very difficult to write comments on the papers. You can use a rubric, and that helps, but they're the standard questions for everybody. So if somebody kind of falls outside of the category of the rubric in some way or other, it's difficult to add comments like that in. and have them get back to the students. So I much prefer the old-fashioned commenting right on the paper that they wrote and writing in the margins and correcting spelling here and there if necessary. So I think it's still lacking in that regard, but as a resource for study material,